13.8 billion years back, the universe as a whole appeared from just one location in space. The Big Bang is the name of this hypothesis. Moreover, it is the most generally believed tale of the genesis of the cosmos. Scientists developed this theory of universal origin when they discovered that every galaxy in the universe is departing from us, even now. That implies that at one time, the information may have been compressed into a point of infinite density, referred to as a singularity. Additionally, this singularity was very hot. Additional proof of the Big Bang is a phenomenon referred to as cosmic microwave background. It is made up of radioactive byproducts from the creation of the universe. Hello and welcome to Oz News. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Only with a telescope can you see these remnants. But what if we're completely mistaken? But what if the universe didn't begin this way? What else did we get wrong? I'm sure you're not anticipating this. Throughout the entire universe. But looking at its impending doom could change how you perceive the universe and its genesis. Before we solve the universe's riddles, let's have a serious discussion. It's Mental Health Awareness Month in March. It's time to combat the previous stigma that your struggle must be silent, particularly given that 40% of American adults report experiencing depressive and anxiety feelings daily. As you are aware, about 11 years are required for someone to get care as soon as symptoms appear, mostly because they cannot afford assistance. Although these figures are alarming, that does indicate one thing. It's not just you. This administration is currently at work to increase accessibility to mental health care, extending telehealth support, for example, through schools, and increasing financing for CDC initiatives. Break the stillness, and if you need anything, check out the resources in your area that are at your disposal. You make the universe a much better place. You are aware that the universe is constantly growing. Thus, you might predict that it would probably keep growing forever. Well, this might be the case. And for this reason, the commonly accepted theory involves the universe acting in just that way. The Big Freeze is the name of it. Additionally, this has a fascinating mystery that an unobservable force causes the universe to grow. It is known as dark energy, and it accounts for 69% of the mass of the universe. The remaining 26% of it is dark matter. And just 5% of the entire universe is just your standard everyday stuff. If all of this content was originally from a single spot and kept growing, all this heat and energy will eventually would be incredibly dispersed. Once in a while, everything would be located so far apart that the universe as a whole would get so cold that it would be absurd. Zero infinity. The absolute lowest temperature is 0 degrees. It is equivalent to 0 Kelvin. Or, if you prefer a temperature scale that is more recognizable, minus 273 degrees Celsius, minus 460 degrees Fahrenheit. When the universe reaches that point at this extremely low temperature, no faraway galaxies would be visible to you from where you stand in the Milky Way. But do not worry, things would take place in at least a few trillion years. That is only one theory, though. Another possibility is that the universe will end. Just the opposite of this. Instead of growing indefinitely, the universe might condense once more. The big crunch has arrived. When all the matter in the universe is combined, has a heaviness that is beyond comprehension. There may be sufficient gravitational force to combat the enigmatic dark energy and triumph. If this severe recession materialized, the entire cosmos would begin to collapse in on itself. Far-off galaxy clusters would combine. Stars and planets in our own galaxy would also group together. Furthermore, this growing density would heat up the entire cosmos. Cosmic microwave background radiation in its entirety following the Big Bang would reach temperatures that are hotter than stars. 5,000 degrees Celsius, 9,000 degrees Fahrenheit is extremely hot. The cosmos would devolve into a burning, disorganized mess. As the temperature increased and more material was compressed into a small space, atoms would begin to disintegrate. The universe would become the densest possible black hole is conceivable. Even though that would undoubtedly be the end of the world as it is known, it might only be the start of a fresh one. That would demonstrate that our universe exists, is a lot older than we initially believed. Perhaps the universe created itself, again and over again. In this ferocious contraction-expansion cycle, you wouldn't stand a chance at all of being present to observe or witness this incredible incident firsthand. Anyone wouldn't. Hence, for now this is merely a theory about the end of the world. And it has a well-known name: the Great Jump. This implies that the universe is expanding and constantly contracts, similar to how a lung breathes in and out, only when moving slowly. Not just once or twice either. In line with this hypothesis, perhaps there were billions, countless billions, if not an infinite number, of universes both in the morning and evening. The universe reforms every time. It might produce entirely new physical laws. This would open up a world of peculiar possibilities. There may be universes devoid of life. There were no stars, not even an atom. Now, all of this is fairly bizarre. From here, things only get crazier. Some experts question whether what is now known is incorrect about our universe. Our understanding of the universe is built on what is seen and observable in the region of our galaxy. Consequently, we suppose everywhere else in the universe, it functions in the same way. The cosmological principle is the name of the concept, which is age-old. But perhaps we were mistaken the entire time. The configuration of our Milky Way galaxy travels throughout the cosmos. Our data is being distorted. We've never had any concrete evidence, after all, to support our hypotheses. Consequently, it is impossible to see the wider picture. From the place we are, you could be beginning to have doubts at this point whether anything here is even genuine. Surely, the universe that we can observe, surely it exists? Well, not quite yet. You should be grateful to quantum mechanics. What I'm about to say to you is, researchers in quantum mechanics think about the universe's nature on a molecular level. Additionally, several experts in this sector claim that one of two things must make up the universe: real or nearby. Please bear with me. I'm aware that this can be tedious. The universe, if it exists, that would imply that it has particular characteristics, as there is mass and color even when you aren't paying attention to them. Take a red ball as an example. The ball is red if it is real, even when nobody is present to notice it. As opposed to that, the universe might only be nearby. Therefore, the only reason the universe is possible is with our telescopes. We are there to see it. Therefore, if you consider the red ball once more, when no one is present to see it, it might be any color, or absolutely no color. Only after closer inspection can you tell that it is red. Does it really become red? That is fundamental quantum physics. There's a catch, though. Either the real or local universes are possible. You cannot have both. And keep in mind how enormous the universe is. It might go on forever. Simply said, our telescopes lack sufficient power to take it all in. Therefore, we cannot be certain. Assuming the universe even exists. You didn't anticipate that, have you? That ought to be enough to make people scratch their heads. To make you think regarding how everything actually manifested, where it could all go in the end. What does it all mean in the end? But why stop there, right? It would be awesome if the universe were in fact a huge brain. That is a story, then. A second what if.